Hello, this is Dana and welcome to my channel. I mentioned in yesterday's video that I was going to start keeping a record of my health history, although I don't think I said those exact words like that. But anyway, today is the day. And so, what has happened different than normal, whatever normal is, and I guess in this adventure of someone with a chronic disease and chronic pain, we'll find out, is many things. But today, I've been a little more congested in the head area in the evening. That's pretty normal for me, but extremely irritating. I've tried to get back on all my nose sprays and be diligent with my inhalers, which I failed on today. I've taken all my other medicine as prescribed, and the only other thing, oh boy, and I had to pick this video to start this out, is bowel habits. For people who have chronic pain and are treated with narcotics, pooping, as my daughter would say. And sometimes you'll have to use something on a regular basis, and it looks like I'm probably to that point, and with some of you, you may understand. And I'm using Sam/Walmart brand of orange flavored powder, and I'm putting it in juice and drinking it every day. And that seems to take care of it. And I had to kickstart it a little last week with a couple days of stool softeners. I know, like way too much information. Hey, actually not, my daughter says. Actually not. But the fact that people do need to talk about pooping and not be ashamed. But right now, that's where I'm at. Today, my shortness of breath has not been as bad during the day. It always is a little bit more so short. I get short of breath at night. And I was just talking with my daughter about some concerns she has. And both her feet are swollen like little cinder blocks. And she's recently been taking a medication which has a high content of sodium in it. And so that may be adding to her problem. And then she has a chronic problem with her bones called vascular necrosis. Don't believe that's reversible or fixable, so we may have to figure out what we need to do to reduce these feet. So she's got the problem with the feet. I got the problem with the feet. And my father, God bless his soul, got to come home and is in his chair when I left him tonight, where he's not a new chair, but new to him chair. And his feet swell too. So we all need to be very careful of that, especially if you've ever heard the word congestive heart failure, which I have heard that word even 20 years ago. So I need to find, and I was telling my daughter who's here with me, we were trying to figure out simple things we could do to help ourselves take care of ourselves. And one of the first things they sent my dad home with is weigh yourself every day. So important. One day you can weigh your normal weight at 175. Don't I wish. And the next day, 200. Don't I wish again. And that's not normal. It alerts you that already there's something going on inside your body that needs to be addressed. Here in this house, my daughter and I use a lot of essential oils. And we've had excellent success with them. Are they a cure in and of themselves? No, but do they help address symptoms? You betcha. So we may have to also look into some of those tomorrow and how to make, like, oh, when you make like a wet cloth and you put things on it and wrap. What's a wet wrap called? A wet wrap? Anyway, her feet are not a little bit swollen like mine are. It's pretty significant.
Maybe we can show them in the video. Document.
Yeah, document in the videos her feet that are swollen.
You count?
Yeah.
Oh, it don't have it on there. Are you in regular record? Or are you in time lapse? It's not going.
There's her footy foot, and that's her right foot, and you can tell it is definitely looking pretty
And look what's right beside my
ugly. And our Boston Terrier Murphy, who is our health-taken dog. Murphy, would you let the audience see you?
Murphy.
Say hi. Hi from Mr. Murphy. Okay, so in this day and time, I've worked my life in hospitals, level 1 trauma centers, on the graveyard shift. I've seen the best of the best and the worst of the worst, and believe me, there are some in between where you just go, oh, did I just see that, or did I just hear that? What holiday is today? February the 21st, 2018. It is International Mother Language Day. It is Father Lenny Day in Vanuatu. It is Language Martyrs Day in Bangladesh. It is King Harold's V's Day in Norway. And it is Spring Festival Golden Holiday Week in China. Way it goes. But anyway, we must be diligent about being advocates for our own health care. And my daughter has a special situation that requires we be even more so diligent because she's not blessed to have any kind of health insurance, Social Security, program assistance, grants, none of that kind of stuff. So we have to be really diligent about trying to find answers for her because she does have a complicated medical history. And so I'm going to go ahead and do, like, since this is going to be on my video anyway, I'm going to do a day's symptoms for her. Today, she's been much congested in her head and her upper respiratory system. Much more so than normal. Coughing. Have you been sneezing?
No.
No. Just coughing. It may be due to this excess fluid, but anyway, we're just recording this, getting it down.
Really, really bad heartburn, which I never have. I woke up with it this morning.
She woke up with heartburn this morning. It's not something that she normally ever, over her many years now, has complained about.
Yeah. Less than 5 times in 20 years.
Less than 5 times in 20 years she's complained about it. So, see, today was a real significant thing, that heartburn, because she just don't complain about it. So, that's a symptom we've got to work with. Also, she's continuing to have severe, unrelenting, helped only a small part by anti-inflammatory and narcotic pain medicine, back pain. the bottom half of her back was shattered, and she has, I think, 4 rods that go make like a spinal cage and all that thing. But anyway,
Paraplegic.
she is what most people in the medical field would know as paraplegic. So that brings another difficulty along with the poop problems, and we really haven't talked about them. I think the poop problems that she specifically has been naughty today.
I had
Which
a problem
she
with it being too.
she had a problem with the consistency of her stool to her ostomy appliance being too thick. And that's a real problem because you need to flush it away.
And I was just so bloated.
And her tummy was bloated, so that was different. Now it's kind of reversed a little bit, which is her norm, is to go from one extreme to the other. And she has a high volume output. In other words, the flying shits.
And I've had to change it 4 times.
And she has to change her ostomy 4 times today. And as I mentioned, just a little sidebar, the thing that makes this even so much more of a challenge is she doesn't have insurance. Where's the supplies gonna come from?
But they always do come
And the supplies, there are ostomy supply closets around the country. You can look them up on Facebook. And yes, they have helped Mary out, and they helped her out very well. I have got free ostomy supplies off of Craigslist. A lady met me at Walmart who no longer needed the ostomy supplies she had and gave them and blessed us with them. Oh, what a blessing that was.
And I
So,
used to have, when I had my own YouTube channel, I contacted one of the big companies that sent me my supplies for free monthly to review them.
okay, just in case some of you may be hard of hearing, like I am a bit, and didn't get all of that, Mary used to have a YouTube channel, and she would tell all about her ostomy and related problems and equipment. And companies would send her product for free in order to try to do a review and put a video out on it, much like any of the cosmetic companies do and other companies do. It's exactly the same thing. So maybe we can some way find our way back into with her being blessed with having the opportunity to do that. We don't know. But what we do know is our health is changing so much every day. And now I have my father who's ill, and hopefully he's going to make a full recovery. But at 82 years old, it takes a minute for your body to get over pneumonia, C. diff, and congestive heart failure. And he was very confused his first night in the hospital, and saying he wanted to go up there, which meant to be with my mother, who's up there, and he was talking to her. And as far as eyes, like all of us have, we couldn't see her in the room. But anyway, I'm not saying she wasn't there. But anyway, so he's going to get settled down into his routine. We're going to see day by day simplest things we could do, and we're going to keep this daily journal. We're not always going to put it on YouTube, but actually it is an important place because I know other practitioners for the federal government that work for the VA like I did, and practitioners